Are we going live? I think we're live. Hopefully, the audio's good. It shows that we have audio. If we don't have audio, let me know. That's always kind of one of the more important things sometimes is the audio, right? So I'm just going through, I'm just jumping on here, honestly, to say hi. Anybody wants to, they got something, you're more welcome. This is a free for all. I'm going through my list. I'm going through my list. And it's honestly, it's one of those things. When you're kind of in the moment, I probably won't be on here long. We've got some Rugrats and stuff that are going to be coming over eventually. And but anywho, so, it's just the reason I kind of titled it Mind Blowing is I can never stress enough. And that's why I think all people, small, young, middle age, older, I don't know what it is, but obviously we got this job, right? That's coming up. It's a gate job. It's going to be colder than the witches, And so I'm going through actually right now. I'm going through all my notes. And that's why I encourage you guys, get yourself a nice notebook and something that's built tough. You know what I mean? Like I got this one because it's got the, leather, and I got all just kinds of notes for all kinds of different jobs in here. So anything I ever tackle, and then when I'm at the job, I try to put it down right away, but sometimes you can't. But normally when I'm cleaning out the truck is a good time to do it, because then my brain, when I'm pulling stuff off, going, oh, I needed this, I needed that for, I got there and I didn't have this, and why did I? So what I do is I actually will title it, and then I date it too for whatever reason. But let's see here. Like this one could help me a little bit. This one's got barbed wire on it. So this was 7 foot tall barbed wire, or no barbed wire. Sorry. So I like to do it, and I kind of like to put a job with it because it'll register in my brain like, oh yeah, I remember that job. That was 3 years ago. Because, the thing is time flies by really fast. That's one thing we have to understand. We just time, especially when you start getting older, you realize, man, time is just going. So anywho, I'm just sitting here, I'm going through, I'm trying to find a rental company because I have to juggle. Do we try to rig something, right? Like blocks and a piece of metal, and then like a hydraulic press, or a jack, I should say, not a press, but because we got to get poles out of the ground, the gate post. And so I already got enough stuff I got to bring, right? I got to bring probably a leaf blower. I got to bring a generator. I'm going to bring a heater. I wish we had a little shelter. I don't really have a little shelter. I need like a little work shelter. If anybody's got any good recommendations, something that's kind of contractor grade, email me, text me, let me know, because I've always had my eyes on thinking about one, but you know how it is. It's just another thing sometimes to haul if it's not convenient. But I see like the gas companies, electric companies use them a lot. So I'm literally just going through on a Sunday. I'm going through. I got my my companies here. Also, get yourself, if you want to stay on top of things, get yourself an agenda book. I really like, this is what I use. I use these at a glance. I think this is the company, at a glance, right here. This is 2025. I don't know if this one particularly has a model on it or not. It says the item number is this right here, the 70-214-05. These have been the best. These have been the best for me because what I really like about them is I like, for when I'm scheduling, I can see my little dates, right? You got little your months up here, so you can kind of be on that. And then I like that I have my note section, and then I also have my time, so I can block out times. Very important. It works really good. So I put all these notes. So I already got notes in here for like Monday. I got notes in there for today still. But this would be like and then what I do is I just stick a little pen on there. I like these gel pens for some reason. These are my favorite ones. I use blue or black, don't matter. All depends. Sometimes the 10 to the I think that's 07. 07 is what they have, the little gel pens. These are what I like the most for them. I like a nice pen to write with. But it's very important. Write your stuff down. Like I said, it's one of those things. Also, write your goals down. What do you want? What do you want to do this year? Where do you want to be? Make them realistic, but write your goals down. So I write all my stuff down. I keep notes. So I'm going through right now. I'm actually looking for rental companies in the Pacific area. The problem is, like I always tell you guys, is the distance. This job is 52 minutes away. That's in good condition, dry roads, 70 to 80 miles an hour down the highway, not 35, 45, 50, in bad conditions. It's one of those jobs. It's, I get it. It's one of those customers, but now when you're in the heat of it, when you have to, call and make sure, hopefully we can get a rental company out there in a day to drop off piece of equipment. It might be overkill. I don't know, but I know the day that we're going to be out there, it's going to be 18 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be chillier than chill, and we got a lot of lake effect coming. So it's really not the right time. It's one of those things, the customer, not the customer, but the customer of a customer of their customer hit the gate. So it's, so luckily we were able to get a storage unit. We'll have some video eventually coming out on it. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the like button, stick around, learn something. So we're gonna possibly get it ripped out, but I bet I got 2 to 3 days of this just constantly on my mind, taking on this job, because the logistics of it is a nightmare. Concrete, right? And I just do this just to throw it out there. It's just for entertainment. But so the concrete, right? You think about concrete. Do you get a concrete truck? If you do a yard, which is what we only need a yard of concrete, they're going to do a minimum, and they're going to tack on another 75 to 90 some dollars. Might even be more nowadays. A yard of concrete typically would run us, I believe, what do they do? 3 yards. So I don't know. It's anywhere from like $300 to $600 at least, plus the $90. You know what I mean? So it's $300 to $600. It's a tight spot. I don't even know if I'd want a concrete truck in there. And then you got the pressure of, you got to get it right. So now if you do concrete yourself, you got to get the concrete. So you either got to go to the store, and then how many bags do you get? Because some posts seem like they can take 5. Some posts individually seem like they can take 15. So do you get a skid dropped off? Well, you're going to pay $70 probably for delivery, at least through like Lowe's. And a skid is $300 and some dollars. You know what I mean? So do you take the chance of huffing this, or do you take the chances, get enough, maybe do one pull, take a break, go down the road? Luckily, this job is in a busy city, so there is plenty of like Lowe's and Home Depot and all that kind of stuff. But our logistics, I don't know the area that good, so I have to literally sit here and try to map out. And in my head, I'm going, there was another rental company, wasn't there? I think there's another rental company, and I literally had to go on Google and I have to search it out. So there's all these things that play a part. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like my wheels have been turning for 3 days now, and I'm writing everything down. I'm literally putting everything I can on my phone. I also I got the note thing I carry on my phone. So anything I'm laying in bed, you got to put it in there. Because you just need, and the thing is like I said, it's probably out of the scope. So it's like a good idea that why you want to maybe stay a little more an expert in what fields, right? You know what I mean? Because I get some guys that talk about the sliding doors and stuff like that. And I'm like, or the dock levelers and stuff. And I go, you might not want to go down that route. You know what I mean? Like, you might want to just stay an expert in your field and keep focused on that hardcore. That's just how it goes sometimes. But if you guys got anything for this week, I see Rich B in the house. What's up, Rich? I'm just on here doing a little rant. Like I said, I had a few minutes. I'm just looking up a few things. Just trying to explain to some people that they so years ago, I remember I was at a wedding, and I remember when I was watching this guy, he did decks, and then you'd hear all the people talking, right? That guy goes on these really, really big vacations and stuff like that. And he's got X amount of people or something that work for him, or blah, blah. And what I'm trying to get across a little bit is that sometimes the grass is not always greener. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I look at it now and I thought, man, that guy, he'd always be walking out. He'd be on his phone. Right. And it's like, I'd be sitting there, my phone wasn't ringing. And I'm like, man, I want to be like that guy. He's got all the money. And it's just funny how sometimes you think about it and you go, You go, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I still think the real estate's more. It's even keel. I love that stuff. Like I said, there's so many things in here that are sporadic. That's just crazy. Just crazy. I see Rich. Rich sent me a mixer. I seen a glimpse of it. I didn't click on it, but I seen it, Rich. That thing is pretty sweet. Those new mixers they got, they dump it in. Um, why did I never want to? I think it's because I mean they're sweet. I think it's the price tag. Honestly, what are they like 2, 3 grand plus, 3 grand plus? Um, I think that's kind of the reason why I never pulled the trigger on it. It's another thing to store. Not that a mixer isn't, right? Um, I don't know why. I just feel like because I remember it wasn't too long ago. I really went down that avenue of looking at it, but then I think what it is too is maybe like the clean out. You know, it might be too good to be true. If they ever wanted to send me the product to try out, I don't know what the name of it is, but I'd be game. Let me see if I can find Mr. Rich here. The mud mixer. Yeah, maybe the mud mixer guys can send me a product to try out. See, my big thing was the clean out and stuff like that, where at least a roller. I always go with the rollers. We got the one, and then so I think I go, well, you got to run it off a generator. I mean, the idea of this. So if you're doing a lot of poles, especially on like a flat ground, I can see that where that's really nice. It's like we're always in that like weird teetering spot when it comes to the whole. Oh, I seen you sent me a price. Yeah, so three. So basically, probably what tax and everything. So 3,500, 35 Hondos. Expensive, expensive. I mean, it's nice. It is super nice. I just don't know why we've never. It's just like I said. You can buy can you buy the mixers for at Harbor Freight? Probably like what are they 200, 300 bucks? I mean, and they get beat up and they get thrown in a trailer and they get in the back of a truck and this thing. You have to be a little nicer to it, I think. You know what I mean? And then I don't know if it could potentially got spots for water to sit in there, someone freeze up or yeah, you know what I mean? Rich got 400, 4 Hondos for the mixers, the cheap ones. Honestly, if you're gonna get a mixer too, by the way, I bought mine. I thought I was getting a deal. I probably only saved like $100. I drove way across town. I remember it was nighttime. Went me and the wife. We needed a mixer. I found it online through Marketplace, I believe. I go there and we get it. I load it up. The guy only used it for a little driveway project or something. I was like, sweet, got me a heck of a deal. I didn't even have a clue what mixers cost, I guess. And got home. Then I went to Harbor Freight one day or something like that. And I was just like, huh. It's like they're like only $100 more right here. And I was like, I don't know if I saved that much money, with all the traveling and time and everything. And I don't think it was bad weather. It was just that, it was just at nighttime. Instead of being date night, it was pickup night. So, so I was like, I'll just buy another one at Harbor Freight. So the time ours puked out, which everything else, the motor kept running, but everything like the roll pin would fall out and just, not the roll pin. I think it was a keyway pin or something. I forget. It was just falling apart. So I was like, you know what? It's time to get a new one. So we got a new one. Put all that time into putting it together. And, I remember something quite, it just wasn't like I kind of put it together kind of fast, kind of read the instructions real quick, just put it together. It was real tight. It's still stiff. And I was just like, I'm gonna buy one. Like the time it took me to assemble the damn thing, I just thought I'm gonna buy one. Like I'll go pay somebody the same price. Like I thought somebody could build themselves a business here if they just bought this brand new. It's $25 over the asking price, but assembled. And I thought yes. I will pay an extra 25 or $50 over the Harbor Freight because I put it together and it didn't feel right. And I wasn't tearing stuff back apart. I needed it. It took me a while to put it together for whatever reason. So I just thought the heck with it. So I thought next time I'm just going to buy me another one off Marketplace. I'll save myself a few dollars and we'll go that route. Do. Unless you go to Harbor Freight, put it together. Harbor Freight has switch. What is it called? This sweet bench vise that is built like a receiver. Oh, Tanner, I think I seen that. I think Rich sent it to me. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I was really surprised that Harbor Freight actually made it. So pretty nice, Anywho, you guys, I gotta go. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Shoot me an email, all that good stuff. We'll see you. I got to run. I can hear them. They're coming.